Hello and welcome to the Electronic Motor Racing Network. Tonight we are at Kansas Speedway for the Hauck Designs Truck Series, and we are presented by Butt Kicker, Feel What You've Been Missing, as well as DSD. Get your button box needs through DSD custom button boxes. Alright, well, we are at Kansas this evening for a 100-lap feature event. Qualifying has just wrapped up, and it looks like we are going to have, surprise, surprise, Mr. Clark Jennings on the pole tonight, and he's going to be followed by Darren Clement and Bailey Dutton. So let's see if we can't get our pole sitter up here after they do the race control stuff here. So they're gonna talk up through the rules real quick, and then we'll get Clark pulled up. So tonight we're gonna be going 100 laps at Kansas. Like I said, it looks like tonight it's gonna be evening going into darkness during the race. Currently, track temp sits at 80 degrees with 79-degree air temperature, so expect those trucks to be a little bit loose at the beginning here, running the bottom, and then a lot of these guys towards the back gonna hoping that it opens up on the high side to run up against that wall and make a little bit of time as we go. So we're going to wait till everybody starts gridding, and then we will get your starting lineup. And just as soon as these guys get done here, we'll get our pole sitter up in here. And I'm going to work on getting your driver standings pulled up. Right now, Clark Jennings leads the points. He's got 1 win, 1 top 5, 2 top 10s. We've raced 3 times so far this season, and that is last week's. So let's get this updated driver changes. There we go. So are we doing team points right now, or okay, so Clark Jennings has 3 races, 1 win, 2 top 10s, 3 top 10s, 2 top 5s. Todd Cray in second place, he's got a win. Then Darren Clement running third, 19 points out of second place, 29 out of first. Followed by TJ Krober, Bailey Dutton, Matthew Mcmeakin in that Ford machine, Aaron Mack, and Nick Burlow rounds out the top 8, and then Eric Narowski and Dave Gage round out your top 10. So looks like we've got all the drivers gridded here. Let's get Clark up into the booth. And Clark, buddy, it's Jesse up in the booth, man. Got another pole here. Looking to get a second race in a row, or second race on the season, man. How are you going to do it tonight?
I don't know, man. These things are wide open virtually the whole run, so it's just going to come down to luck and getting help at the right time. Dirty air is pretty bad, and you can really upset somebody by getting to their bumper, so I don't really know what to expect. I didn't practice really much at all. I kind of just had fun. But we're just going to send it, and hopefully come out here with a win.
Absolutely, man. Well, you got anybody you want to thank before we get rolling here?
If you're on the truck, I want to thank you, and I want to thank you guys for broadcasting. All the big girls, love them, and them boys up in Canada watching, ripping pucks on net. You already know what we're doing.
All right, bud. Well, good luck tonight, all right?
Thank you.
All right, that's Clark Jennings, your pole sitter, as well as your point standing leader. So looks like we're coming around to get the 1 to go. They extended the caution by a lap to give everybody the EOLs from last race, which is going to be a change this race. We now have a race in-race admin, and you're missing a voice tonight, and that's going to be the Michael Overstreet's not with us. He's going to be doing the admin duties here as we're scrolling through the field. You're just looking at the 5 of Brian Tarnowski there, going to be starting. Where is Brian starting tonight? Starting in 13th tonight. So a good qualifying run, as he got you had a great run last week. So a couple changes while we were still on the pace laps. This week we're going from 2 faster pairs down to 1 faster pair in hopes that that will clean up some of the racing that we've seen. Especially last week after all those cautions and about 6 drivers it looked like, just off a quick count. Yep, 6 drivers with an EOL just from last race alone. So we're going to be, hoping to get this cleaned up, get some green flag running in here as we're going through the rest of the field here, and back up to Clark as the pace truck is off. Field in Clark's hands, and they're waiting till they get to that restart zone. Green flag is out. And a good start by the field. Everybody all tucked up. Nobody getting out of line. So it looks like the 9 and the 60 missed the grid. I don't know if that was a penalty. So that is going to be the 9. Well, I had it pulled up. Let me get it. So the 9 is going to be Asa Spears. So not sure exactly what happened for him to miss the grid there. And then the 60 of Cody Schultz both missed the grid, and so they're going to be starting behind a little bit here, but still have a chance if we get an early caution. As you're looking at the leaders here, the 26 is trying to make a move there. That's Bailey Dutton trying to get under Darren Clement for second position. And Bailey, a newcomer to this league, and he's run very well in the early parts of this season. And you can see these multiple lines working a little bit. Darren able to get the run on the high side down the front stretch and kind of hang on that quarter panel just enough. And then you've got the 8 car coming in right there. That's going to be Robert Honrata. Haven't seen his name out here in the first couple races of the season, but a veteran of the ASMR Hauck Designs. It looked like he got very close to that outside wall off the corner. And then right behind Robert's going to be the 14 of Douglas Argabright and Todd Cray coming to the inside. Looks like we got the 61 of Daniel Jensen on pit road. Not sure what's going on there, but we'll try to get a report if we can. We got the 33, Jesse Hedges, coming to pit road. He had a drive-through penalty for not holding the brakes last week, so I bet he's serving that now. So yeah, Daniel Jensen had a stop and go. Jesse Hedges had a drive-through penalty. So that is what those drivers are doing on pit road now, as Bailey Dutton gets that spot clear, and Todd Cray has moved up 2 positions since we just spoke about him a second ago. He's all the way up to 3rd right now, past Robert Honrata. No, 4th, I apologize. So he's working his way up towards the front, and I apologize if I am a little hesitant on the call today. I had a mishap with sim racing apps and got uninstalled, so a little ID10T problem we're dealing with here tonight, but I'll get through here. Got a driver lineup, and we're going to make it through tonight. So you're looking at the group back here. That's going to be the 48 of Eric Narowski, and he's running solid there. Then we've got Scott Bellum in the 1 truck running nice and good up here in the top 10, running 7th position right now. You see him going on the apron there, and it is the driver's responsibility who goes on the apron to get back onto the track safely. So if a driver really wants to be a bully, they can hold him down there. And if there is a wreck that is caused, it is going to be on the driver that was on the apron. So far we're 7 laps in, and everybody's kept it pretty clean. I think this this 1 faster pair is gonna really clean up the racing. Everybody had a lot of things to say over the week about all the cautions and the faster pairs, and the admins all got together, made an executive decision after sending a vote to the league, and everybody being pretty consistent on either wanting no faster pairs or only 1. So we have gone down to 1, and so far so good. As you're looking at that 48 of Eric Narowski, trying to make some moves here on the one of Scott Belliam as they're trying to go 3 wide in the corner, but they are all tucked up so close to one another. Looks like Carlos Ramos is going to be holding on the bottom line right here, and he's just... Looks like the 48's going to go up the track into the wall. That's a risk. He was trying to get to the outside. Now he's going to fall all the way to the back of this pack. He loses the front pack, and now he's going to be at the very beginning of this second pack back here. And all the way out of the top 15. He's going to drop all the way back to the 16th position right here, but he's going to have a little bit of damage on his truck, but I think he's going to be okay till we get to the stage. So back up to the action up here with Scott Belliam. These guys battling for a top 10. That's going to bring some stage points out if they're able to get there. It sounds like it's going to be a car coming down pit road right now. That's going to be the 66 machine of Andrew Maletta running, and he's got a lot of damage. He has pancaked that. That looks like a off turn 2 kind of hit right there. So unfortunate for him. Going to go a lap down early. Going to have to use that fast repair. And yeah, you can see all that damage on that right side. Just destroyed that race truck. So back up, Dave Gage made it into the top 10 and is, after starting 14th, and he's working on 8th position, Scott Belliam right now. Good side-by-side battle for the top 10. And back up front, Clark Jennings is starting to pull away a little bit, about 0.3 of a second, ahead of Bailey Dutton. Nope, Darren Clement just overtook Bailey for that second position in that 32 truck. And then Todd Craig gonna slide him a little off of turn 2. It's tight, and he's gonna do it, and Bailey gives him a bump draft down the backstretch, just says, hey, I'm here. And so here's Todd Craig. You heard Clark say before this race started, you can tuck up behind somebody and really make them have a handful of that steering wheel and get them loose. So that's what Todd's trying to do right here to Darren in the 32 truck. He's just going to try to tuck up as close as he can behind him right there on that left rear quarter panel, just like that. Just get that air off that spoiler and make him move around. And hope that he just has to lift just a little bit. And so far, Darren's holding strong, got that ice water in his veins, but while these guys are battling, Clark's pulling away. They can get lined out and stay in a good draft and just be content where they're running right now. They may be able to catch him, but right now it's almost a second lead for Clark out front. And the 21's in the wall. 26 making evasive action. You've seen turn 2 be an issue. That's the third truck so far that we've seen that's had issues off of turn 2. So, you know, Todd Cray's always on that line in that 21 truck, always pushing hard, and just got a little, little tight behind Darren there off of turn 2 and got up into the wall. So, there's a fine line in getting somebody loose and then ended up jumping over that line and getting yourself too close, and then you push tight and you end up in the wall like that. So we're going to jump back to Eric Narowski. Eric Narowski running in the 16th position. Saw him get in the wall earlier. So he's kind of stabilized right there in that 16th position. That's where he fell back to. Hasn't been able to make his way up any more positions. He's just trying to hold on to the stage break right here. Looks like right behind him is going to be the 45 of TJ Krober. And then right behind TJ, that looks like Brian Tarnowski in that 5 machine. So that's 16th, 17th, and 18th on the track right now. And then right behind them is going to be Patrick Coro in the 91. and Michael Overstreet in the 93. So, and he's going to round out the. Nope, he's in 19th. Yeah, he's been busy back here. He's also doing race admin, so he's just trying to kill the time right here as well. So he'll be in and out of that truck if we've got yellow flags or anything like that come out. He'll probably have to hop out of the truck real quick, take a look at the replay, assess any penalties that may or may not happen, and then be able to hop back in that truck just to turn some laps, pass some time by. You know, there's not a lot to do as an admin during a green flag run. So and then here we go. We're going to go back up towards the middle of the pack. It looks like there's the 0 truck back there is in a hornet's nest. I'm sorry, the 0 truck's not out here. Looks like the 8 truck. Sorry about that. It's the 8 truck. Robert Honrata battling Todd Cray after Todd's been in the wall here, so he didn't get it as bad as we saw the 66 of Andrew Maletta, but he definitely has some damage on that right front, you can see. Yeah, it's definitely slowing him down here, and as Robert Honrata's gotten by him now, it looks like the 14 of Douglas Argabright's going to try to make it by him as well. Just trying to hold on to this stage break. I keep mentioning that, and I'm going to go up here and I'm going to tell you when that stage is going to be. It's going to be at lap 30, so we're closing in on it. So far we are 21 laps in, working lap 22. And looks like Todd Cray is now coming under fire here from, it's going to be the 90 of Carlos Ramos. Carlos going to try to get by. That's going to be, that's battle for 6th position right there if he can get by him. And you have to wonder for Todd, is that enough damage to get the fast repair on a track like this? I mean, you'd have to think so, just because of how how aero dependent the trucks are at this track. So, but he's done a solid job keeping it in the top 10. It looks like he may have just kind of pulled over there to let Carlos by. Maybe not let him by, but not fight him as much. So we're gonna jump back here to the 4 of Matt Mcmeakin, trying to hold off Dave Gage. They're both 11th, 10th position there. So Matt Mcmeakin makes it into the top 10. That 4 machine, he's got a clobber of trucks behind him. You see that blue truck with a little bit of red on there. So yeah, and Dave Gage in the wall, 78 follows him up there, and that's you know, that's just something. You're running the high side here at Kansas, trying to make up some time, and you just overstep just that little bit, lose concentration for half a second, and you step over that line. Looks like the 66 of Andrew Maletta is making up some time here. He's got those fresh tires. So we're on board with the 66 here. You can see him trying to work under these guys, and he's making it look a lot easier than if we were to get on board with some of these guys that have been battling. So right in front of him is Matt Mcmeakin. 66 hits the apron, almost goes up into the 4. He did not take a fast repair. He still got quite a bit of damage on that truck. Okay, he did take a fast repair, but he's been in the wall again. I don't know if he did though, because he's got a lot of that same damage on there. Currently 2 laps down, so either he took that faster pair and has since pancaked it again, or he just tried to fix it or grab tires or something. But regardless, he was making up some time. Now he's not. So we're looking at the same group back here. It looks like Brian Tarnowski. He's in 12th position. Has made up a position since we've gone green flag. And how about these guys in 9th, 10th, and 11th? Craig Lerman in the 43 started 22nd, currently running 9th. Mcmeakin started 25th, running 10th. Tim Wilkin in the 998 started in 23rd, running 11th. So a lot of these guys going to the front. And then you've got guys going the other way in 21st. TJ Krober in the 45. He started in 8th position and is now back in 20th. And then Jordan DeCola started 9th and is in 21st. And you can see these guys, a lot of damage on their vehicles. So just trying to limp it around to the stage. Now we've got, it's like 2 laps to go before the end of the stage. And once the top 10 cross the line, we will put it out. And right now, Clark Jennings running away with the field again. It's just another week, another same old thing for Mr. Jennings out front. And there's the caution for the stage break. So we're going to take a short break. We'll be back after the pit stops, and we will get the field reset. We'll grab in a driver or two, and we will get back to the ASMR Hauck Designs Truck Series on the Electronic Motor Racing Network. And welcome back to the ASMR Hauck Designs Truck Series. We've got P2 in that stage with us, the 32 of Darren Clement. Darren, man, tell us how it is out there. Is the truck pretty tight? Does it get loose with somebody on your tail? Tell us about it.
So when somebody's packing some air up behind you there, it's gonna get a little loose on exit. Gotta just be careful the first few laps. Guy on the high side can definitely screw the guy on the low side just by the aero, the way it's working around the track tonight. Got to find some way to get around this 27 though. He got out there good ways ahead of me, and I wasn't able to run him down like I thought I would be able to.
Yeah, man. Well, get back after it. We need to see a different truck out front, and I know you got the capability to do it, bud.
All right, guys.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Good luck. All right. There's Darren Clement. Those guys are teammates. So we'll see if they play nice here, as we've got, we're still under some caution laps. Let's pull Mr. Honrata up here. Chat with him real quick. So, Robert Honrata, it's Jesse up in the booth, man. You're running pretty good there in third position. Tell us about your race so far.
Well, it took me a while to learn the track. I burned out my tires in the first 10 laps, so I was just having a difficult time trying to figure out how to save tires without using them up really quick. So I tried a couple of different lines throughout the remainder of the stage, and I eventually found what worked. So that's basically how I did it.
Cool, man. Well, it's good to see you out on the track. I've missed you the last couple weeks, so we will see you when you get back here. You think you got anything for those guys in front on the long run, or?
You know, with what I learned throughout that run, maybe. We'll definitely have to see here, because I tried a few different lines that wasn't working in the beginning that ultimately helped me pull away from the 14 who was catching me. And then I made the pass for fourth, gained a spot on pit road. So I'm going to give them boys the money. It's not going to be easy for them.
Absolutely, Robert. Well, keep up the good work, man, and hopefully we'll chat with you at the end.
Yes, sir. Sure hope so.
Have a good one. Alright, so that's Robert Honrata. You heard him, picked up a spot on pit road and able to get up there to third position. So we are still running through the field here. Are they getting one to go here? Looks like it. Well, real quick, let's grab Bailey Dutton in that 26. Bailey, it's Jesse up in the booth, man. Running P4 there. It looked like you lost a spot on pit road, maybe.
Yeah.
What you got for those boys ahead of you?
Man, I'm gonna be honest, I ain't got nothing for them right now.
I love your optimism.
I have not found anything yet.
Okay. Is it just a tight truck or loose with somebody behind you? How's it driving?
Right now it's fine. Clark obviously is just fast, and he's found a line that I'm not familiar with, so I'm trying to learn that while keeping up, and it's not working right now.
All right. Well, we'll get you back. You're in Maleta Motorsports, is that right?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck the rest of the way. Hope we can talk to you at the end.
Appreciate it.
All right, Bailey Dutton running in fourth position here. He doesn't think he's got much for those boys out front, so we'll keep an eye on him and see what we can come up with here. See if he can pull anything together. So, right, looks like Clark took the top, and he's going to get a big jump as he's away. And he's going to be able to clear down. Can't change lanes before that start-finish line, so he's going to stay up there. Now he's going to arc it down into the corner. He's going to pull that 32 and the 8 through. And it looks like somebody's going to get a black flag on that restart for passing on the inside of somebody before the start-finish line. So have to wait and see what they rule on that. But it was a iRacing. It was an iRacing deal. So it was. Oh, and there goes the 8 coming up on the 32, and he's gonna come back in front of the field. Oh my gosh! Whew! Gave me a heart attack, and that's Robert Honrata. Caution is out, and we're gonna have to go back and take a look at that. The 61 and 66 are the reason for the caution. So let's go take a look at these guys. And it looks like the 66 just, not sure what happened there. Let's take another look at that if we could. So it looks like the 66 coming up, and he hooked him. I mean, let's take one more look. I got to see that again before I can make a definitive statement there, but it looks like he just. Let's see if something happened. Back up a little further. Let's see. There's some history here. Here he is. He's. Okay, so there. Let's just start there. They're far enough apart. That's on the restart here. So he's gonna. Just trying to see if there was any history before that. But they're far enough apart here on that restart that I don't think they. At this point, anyway, maybe earlier in the race there was something we didn't see. But you see Andrew Maletta and then the 61. So the 8's up there coming back onto the track, and maybe the 61 let off the gas there and expecting a big crash, and then the 66 drove in there like normal. I bet that's probably what happened as we see the 8 car up ahead doing that again. So, but that's unfortunate for those two, you know, the 61 trying to keep a heads up and keep an eye out for those faster pairs, and just let off the gas. And so let's look at what happened with the 8. You see the 32 kind of holds him down there, and the 8 doesn't use that look left or look right button to make sure that he's able to come back up the track. And looks like Darren just held him down tight, and we gave the broadcaster's curse to old Honrata here. You see him here going in turn 3, trying to get to him. He's going to get underneath him off of turn 4. He's going to use that apron, follow Clark down there, and Darren just holds that white line. And I think, you know, that goes back to that rule. You have to, if you're going to go down there, you're taking a chance. That guy's not going to let you back up or not go up as fast as you want him to. And that was going to put Robert in a bad situation going into turn 1, but that is the right of the car that stays on the track. So unfortunate for him. He was running great and thought he had something for those guys up there, but not going to be today. So take a look at that for Matt Mcmeakin while we're under caution here. Started in 25th and has worked his way up to 4th position. So got Matt up in the booth, man. You're making some moves towards the front, buddy. Tell us about your race.
So far so good from my end. Good pit stop, good wear on the tires, and yeah, just trucking along. Just want to keep up with this front group and not wear my stuff out.
Absolutely. But you think you got anything for those guys up front, especially that 27 truck? He's kind of been the class of the field again this week.
Maybe with 20 to go, I'll see if I can rattle his door.
Absolutely, buddy. All right, man. Well, we'll let you get back down to it. Good luck the rest of the way, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Let's get him down here. HRL, correct, Matt?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Well, yeah, we'll get we'll mess with our old co-worker, co-broadcaster here a little bit. We'll wait till right as they're taking the green flag, see if we can't pull him up in here. Mentioned when he let us know that he's going to be doing the. Oh gosh, I just had a brain fart and forgot what it's called. When he was doing the officiating, that we would get him pulled up in here at the race control. That's what it is. That we'd pull him up in the most inopportune time. And I think right there on the restart, as he's trying to sort things out, going into turn 1, I think that sounds like a good time to pull him up. So let's see where he's at. So still towards running in 19th place with all that rear end damage. So we'll go ahead and watch the guys up front get this restart, and then we'll call on Overstreet to give us the what's going on in the back here. So we're on board with Clark, and the pace truck's off, and you're going to see Clark get a great start, and everybody else waiting. Green flag is out, and they're away. And I'm not able to pull Overstreet up because I can't pull anybody in KRI up. Oh, that is disappointing. That's unfortunate. But, alright, well now we've got the 26. Oh no, that's the 4 of Mcmeakin. Had a great restart. And is on the outside of the 32. They're 3 wide off turn 4. Oh, that's tight. The 26 not going to back out, but definitely going to squeeze in behind Darren, give him a push. What a battle we're seeing up front. The 32 is going to slide a little high. That's going to allow the 26 to get by on the bottom. Not get by, but get next to him. 3 wide down the backstretch. Matt Mcmeakin on the high side making it work. And Darren stuck in the middle has a little bit of that left side damage where him and the 8 of Honrata got together. And now he's going to push the 26 down the front stretch. Everybody's staying off that apron after they saw what happened a second ago. And they're trying not to let Clark get away, but if they stay side by side, looks like the 26 is going to clear off the corner. That's going to be Bailey Dutton up to second position. And then Matt Mcmeakin in third. Todd Cray, Darren Clement, and the 43 coming up the middle. That's Craig Lerman looking at the middle right there. And he's not going to be able to stick it in there, but he's going to tuck up behind the 21, Todd Cray. Give him a push down the front stretch. You're on board the 32. Looks like the 4 is going to pinch the 21 off the corner. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it gives him a little something on the radio. Says, hey, don't do that again, man. Might have a different outcome. Craig Lerman, man, he is another one on the move. Started 22nd and is in the top 5. These guys starting in the back have shown that they're able to get up here as the 26 of Bailey Dutton is putting pressure on the 27 there of Clark Jennings. Making him work, not letting him get comfortable as Todd Cray's looking to the inside of Mcmeakin here. Bailey didn't think he had anything for Clark, but he's definitely applying some pressure here early in the run. And you can see the 90, Carlos Ramos, coming into the picture. Ramos currently running in 8th position after starting 10th. Doing a good job, and I can't, I might hold my tongue for a little while. Lap 47 and 100, and we haven't had only 1 caution per incident. 2 cautions total after last week's mess. I think all these drivers got the message and have started to do some more give and take instead of just trying to take all the time. So yeah, there is 1 car out of the race. It's Andrew Maletta. And that's 66 after he's had 2 incidents where he pounded that outside wall and then that most recent accident that we had. And so everybody's kind of single filed out here so far, except for towards the back of the field, but everybody's still nose to tail, nobody giving an inch here. And the 26 still working on the 27's bumper. Dutton is doing a great job right there behind Jennings, and you see these guys under a blanket right here. That's going to be the 43 of Craig Lerman, the 4 of Matt Mcmeakin, and the 32 of Darren Clement, and then right behind him it's going to be the 1 of Scott Bellum. Started 15th up to 7th. And then Dave Gage running in 9th position after starting 14th in that 404 Harley Davidson machine. So as we reach halfway, let's go through the field. We're going to start with that 27 machine, Clark Jennings. He has been the class of the field so far this season, has led by far the most laps. And then right behind him is a battle for second place of Todd Cray. Looks like he's going to make that move work on the outside, get by Bailey Dutton. So Todd Cray has been a contender this season, right on the heels of Clark Jennings. These guys battled a couple seasons ago when Todd just came to this league, and Todd currently in second place in the points, 10 points behind Clark. So needs to start making some of these passes and getting ahead of him if he wants to make up some ground. And then the 26, Bailey Dutton, is going to be right there. And Todd started 6th and has moved his way up to second place. Bailey Dutton started 3rd, currently runs 3rd. And currently in 5th position in points. He gained 6th position in the points last week after... I can't remember where it was. Homestead. He comes off pit road and loses control on the apron, trying to enter the track, and kind of quit. He had something else go wrong, and then ended his race after that. And then right behind him is going to be Matt Mcmeakin. Has run good, not quite got the finishes he's hoped for. And it looks like he's got one top 5 and one top 10. Currently running in 5th position in the points. I'm sorry, 6th position in the points. And 45 points out of the lead. Currently, looks like he's currently tied with Bailey Dutton for that 5th position. And then we've got the 43 of Craig Lerman. And he started 22nd, has made his way up into the top 5. In that beautiful looking Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet. And right behind him is going to be Scott Bellum. In that one machine, started 15th, currently running 6th. And it looks like the 7 of Ed Hauck is on pit road. We'll get to that in a minute. I think he's probably just hit that wall. Yeah, I got a lot of damage on the right side, so we'll keep going through the field here. Darren Clement started 2nd, currently running 7th. As you're looking at Ed Hauck on pit road getting those tires in service. So Darren out there running in 7th position, has a little bit of damage on that left side of the truck that you can see there on the screen from Robert Honrata coming back up onto the track. And then right behind him is going to be Carlos Ramos in that 90 machine. Started in 10th position, currently running 8th, but under pressure from the 404 of Dave Gage. And Dave started in 14th, currently running 9th. Looks like Dave's going to be just inside the top 10 in points right now as Dave gets into the wall off the turn. And that's going to break his momentum. I don't think he got it too bad, but definitely going to slow his momentum a little as the 60 of Cody Schultz comes up behind him. Cody started in 11th position, got a black flag early, but has made his way up to 10th position of this race and is doing a great job out there. And let's see what he got that black flag for. Just trying to look real quick. And I'm not seeing what it was for here. So, but anyway, he's made his move back up towards the front. Currently battling for the top 10, under fire from the 8 of Robert Honrata. Seen him up towards the front the entire race until that mistake, coming back onto the track and getting into some guys and having to slow up. That caution really saved him, though. You can see he used that fast repair. As he gets tight off the corner, almost into the wall, has to get out of the gas. I don't know if he hit it, but he sure got close. And then right behind Robert is going to be the 48 of Eric Narowski. Eric running in 8th position in the points, started 12th, running 12th on track. Looks like Cody Schultz in this 60 got penalized for at the beginning of this race for the damaged car procedures last race. Did not tow back to the pits, got a pushback. with a blown motor. So looks like the 48's in the wall. 48 in the wall again. And so let's keep going through the field here, as there's 40 laps to go still. And where were we at? We were at Brian Tarnowski in 13th or 12th. I'm sorry. Started in 13th. Brian doing a good job out here, holding on to that top 15. And under fire right now from Doug Argabright, who started 17th. He's currently running in 13th, trying to get up to that 12th position. Doug doing a good job in that 14 McDonald's Chevrolet. And then the 58 of Jordan DeCola is running in 14th position, started 9th in that beautiful truck. I love that green and black. That has some good accents on it there, so good job to whoever that painter is. Speaking of painters, oh no, we got Asa Spears in the 9. Then Patrick Coro is the painter back there. So Asa Spears in the 9 started 16th, running 15th. So doing a good job out there in that 9 truck. Asa currently... And then it looks like Patrick Coro is going to be in that 91 machine, currently running 16th after starting 20th. And doing a good job back here, keeping the truck straight and just taking what the track gives him. Right behind him is going to be David Sparks in the number 78 in that Traxxas machine as he gets in the wall. And you can see, just as us going through the field here, that turn 2 is treacherous no matter where you're running. And sometimes it just creeps out and bites you. So he was running in 17th. Now he's going to be back to 19th. And we'll jump up to the 48 of Eric Narowski. We've seen him up into the wall a couple of times, unfortunately. But he's holding on to a 17th position here after starting 12th. And Michael Overstreet running in 18th after starting 18th. And then Tim Wilkin, not sure what happened to him, started 23rd and is up to 20th. He had worked his way up into the top 10 before the end of that stage and has since fallen back again. Has quite a bit of damage on that right side, so you imagine he's been up in the fence again off of turn 2 or up in that turn 4 wall trying to run that high line up top. Right behind him, going to round out the top 20. That's going to be TJ Krober in the 45. TJ 4th in the points right now, but this track right now got a ton of damage on that truck. So not going to be a points day as the 48's in the wall again. Unfortunate for Mr. Narowski, who's been in the wall a few times. It's a dangerous track, especially in that turn 4. That's where he seems to be getting it every single time. And we're going to go to, TJ Krober, we were on him. He's in 19th now. Jesse Hedges is going to be in 20th in that 33. Love that black and orange on that truck. Reminds me of some steel colors. And we're going to be coming to some pit stops here soon, probably, after we've ran, about 30 laps or so. So I would say we're coming up on green flag stops. Let's get through this field. Looks like we haven't touched on. We did David Sparks and Eric Narowski. Daniel Jensen in that 61 machine. Currently running 3 laps down, but still out there. Truck looks pretty good. I don't see too much damage on there, if any. Has obviously been in some kind of accident earlier in this race, but the one with the 66 Andrew Miletta. So used a fast repair, has kept it clean ever since then. And also 3 laps down, Ed Hauck in that 7 machine, and had that unscheduled pit stop a short while ago. Went 3 laps down. And then the 66, Andrew Maletta, is the only truck that's out of the race in 25th position, currently 33 laps down. So we're going to be coming up on these green flag pit stops here soon. And as I say that, I hear the radios start lighting up with pitting, pitting, pitting. You're going to see the some in the top 5 start peeling off. We'll have to wait and see who. It's like the 27's coming down, and he's coming in hot. I don't know if he made it. The 26 on pit road behind him. The 60. And a lot of them following him down pit road here. And you can see that first wave of trucks on pit road here. And, you know, with the wear on the tires, you want to be one of the first ones to hit pit road just to make up that time. Quite a bit of fall off. So we hear a lot of guys on pit road calling out, pitting, pitting, pitting. So Clark's last lap was a 32.8. And his first lap was a 31.5, so just over a tenth or a second and a third fall off over that run. And did something happen to the 26, or was he just that far behind? Okay, he made it out. He made it out okay. I just saw him on the backstretch a little bit, so. And right now, Robert Honrata in that 8 truck leads. He pit a little after everybody because of that incident, and that when that caution came out, came back down, got that faster pair. So right now he's running it out and hoping somebody slips up on these cold tires. And he's on pit road now, and he is way too fast. I would expect that to be a hold for him as he gets onto pit road. He's been known to do that a few times, to go a little too fast on entry and just overcook it a little. We'll have to wait and see if he gets a black flag or not after he gets held there. Definitely going to come down and get his 4 tires. You see the truck is down on the ground, and he did not get a speeding penalty. Good job, Robert. Poor job, broadcaster. And the winner of that pit cycle so far is going to be the 26 of Bailey Dutton, who came in 4th and is going to be ahead of Todd Cray after everything cycles out. As you see the 93 coming down pit road. And then David Sparks is going to stay on the track and lead that lap. TJ Krober also out on the track in the 45, so that's going to be the 78 and the 45. Oh, yep. Todd Cray is actually ahead of Bailey Dutton. My timing and scoring hadn't updated yet, so I apologize for that. I was just cycling through the field there, and he was showed ahead of him on track, but not anymore. This running order right now all jumbled up. If a caution were to come out, somebody wanted to play a team game, boy, it would sure throw a wrench in all this. Jesse Hedges, too fast entering, gonna have a black flag. It's the 33 machine. So he is 2 laps down after that penalty. Yeah, looks like the one of Scott Bellum, he's now a lap down as well, so I would imagine that probably means he got a penalty somewhere. David Sparks is on pit road right now, going to go from the lead to a lap down. And back out front, that's going to put Clark Jennings back to the lead with his teammate right behind him. And a lot of guys getting penalties on that pit cycle. So, looks like, yeah, Darren's running back in 6th and at 32. Matt Mcmeakin still doing a great job in that 4 machine, running in 5th position. You're seeing Clark Jennings just dominate this race again. As we're looking at the 43 machine, Craig Lerman made his way around Bailey Dutton in that 26 machine. And whether that was a pass on pit road or a pass on track, and you see all these guys coming down the front stretch on that awesome camera shot. We need to get the name of our camera crew so we can give them a shout out here. Looks like we've got Doug Argabright still trying to battle those positions. And he's running in 11th position here. Asa Spears in that 9 right ahead of him. Cody Schultz in the 60 truck. Doing a good job coming back from that early, that black flag on the first lap for an EOL. For last week, getting a push back to the pits after blowing his motor. And he's running in 7th position, so a great job by him. Qualified 11th, but didn't get to start there. That Mountain Supply Company Toyota. Again, Craig Lerman in the 43, up from 22nd position. He, is not the biggest mover. Matt Mcmeakin is the biggest mover of the race if he holds in that 5th position, but he just gets passed by Darren Clement there, so Darren gonna slide up in front of him off turn 2. Matt's gonna give him a push down the backstretch. So move him back to 6th, and that means he and Craig Lerman are tied for the biggest movers of the race to this point with 17 laps to go. And then let's see who the Tough Break Award goes to. That's going to be the 33 of Jesse Hedges. Started in 4th, currently running 22nd. Dirt track driver, so taking his chance out here on the asphalt. Qualified great. Has had a couple mishaps, one on pit road there during that last pit cycle. And just trying to get some experience here. As we're looking at the lead here, and Todd Cray is there. He has closed that gap, and I believe he has newer tires than Clark does. And the 78, a lap down, going to get in the mix of this with only 16 laps to go. That 78 has fresher tires than everybody. That's going to be David Sparks, and this is to try to get his lap back, so he's going to be aggressive. And I'm sure these guys are not liking that he's getting in the middle of it, but he is fighting for something. But look at all that ground he has caused Todd Cray. And Todd not happy on the radio with him right now, as we expected, but you know, he's only 1 lap down. He's the first car a lap down on the lead lap, but if you can get your lap back on the track, you know, you want to do that in case a caution comes out. But yeah, you're going to upset some of the guys you're racing with. got 14 laps to go here, and it's going to take a lot for Todd to be able to close that distance again. So, man, you hate to see that, a guy running a lap down, and yeah, he had the pace, but now you've put yourself in between two guys that are trying to battle for the win here. But, you know, like I said, he's trying to get that lap back, and you're fighting, you're driving your own race, and if you feel that you have the tires to go up and pass those guys, you have to try to do it. As mad as you know that's going to make them, you just have to at least try. But that definitely costs. He's now gotten by Clark, and Clark's going to run up on the 8 truck here. And so Clark in some heavy traffic right now. The 8's going to stay up out of the way. Veteran driver, veteran move there as Clark's back under the 78. But if he keeps battling like this, Todd Cray has a chance to catch back up. And 78's going to kind of pinch him off the corner there, not let Clark clear up to the wall. You see how the 8 gets by him because of that. And every time that happens, Todd Cray closes the gap just a little bit. Let's go on board with Todd here and see how he's working that wheel, and watch this gap close from his perspective. You see him trying to run down Clark there, and now he's got a battle with that 8 truck. Gonna get a little bit of a draft here. You can hear that the RPMs pick up a little bit in the draft, but he's gonna follow him into the corner. Get a little bit of clean air on the nose as the 8 kind of goes down some. But it's just a lot to ask to try to get by that lap car as well as catch up to Clark, as we've got 10 laps to go here. See a lower entry, that's just because that 8 truck was on his outside, couldn't arc the corner like he wanted to. He's going to be able to get back in the draft there. And now the 33, Jesse Hedges, is underneath him. Yeah, and he's not happy with these lap traffic guys. He's on the radio talking to him right now, not telling him that he doesn't appreciate how he's been driven here. Yeah, that's the 9 of Ace of Spears trying to battle up there to get that top 10. He's got Doug Argabright in the 14 just ahead of him, who's in 11th position. That's Brian Tarnowski right there as well. And it looks like the 9's going to slide him off the corner. Brian, I don't know if he got... Did he just try to turn under him? Yeah, he must have, because he's got to run. He's to the inside. Asa's got the preferred line through 3 and 4, but Brian with a big run here. Asa kind of blinking just a little bit there. Yeah, you see Asa flashing. And Brian staying well clear of that, trying to get out of the way and make that pass, and he's going to do it. Put Brian, up to 12th position. And now Brian trying to track down Doug up there in that 11th position. And then Carlos Ramos in the top 10. So we've got 7 laps to go for Clark Jennings. He's gone wire to wire once again. Todd Cray having nothing to do, not able to get back up there after those lap trucks got in the way of him. And he wasn't happy with him, and he let him know it, which is understandable in a situation like that. And Craig Lerman up to 3rd position still. Just back there, he's got about a 2.5 seconds to Bailey Dutton, a 2 2/10 at least. And then Bailey's got Darren Clement right there on him, trying to hold him off. These guys battling for a top 4 finish. Unless something changes, the podium seems to be pretty set. Those guys have a big distance between each of the guys behind him. Right now, Darren's trying to get to 4th position. And then the battle looks like it's going to be for 6th between Mcmeakin and Schultz. The 26 is in the wall. The 26 is in the wall, and he's going to fall out of the top 5 and going to fall all the way back to... Who is that just passed him? The 60 truck. So he's going to fall back to 7th after running in 4th. Unfortunate. That's the 61 who is a lap down, it looks like. That's in between them. Oh, shoot, fire. I just hit the wrong button there and jumped back a lap. So, yeah, Bailey Dutton, unfortunate. Going to lose a couple positions, but that's going to put Mcmeakin into the top 5, and that's also going to make Mcmeakin the biggest mover of the race, outmaneuvering Craig Lerman in that 43 truck by 1 position so far. So good job for both of those guys. Can't take anything away from those guys. Both of them are the hard chargers of the race for sure. So you're looking at Lerman right now going around the 8 of Honrata, who looks like he's been up into the fence once or twice since the last time we saw him. Lerman has worked his way past, and we've got 2 laps to go, so we're going to head up to Clark here. I don't see any other positions really up for battle much, maybe for a top 10. So here we are, 1 lap to go for Clark Jennings here at Kansas. And he's led every lap. He's been the class of the field so far this season. Finally going to get around that 78 truck. After the 78 was the initial cause of all of this grief, and he is riding the tail of the 27. But Clark's going to enter high in turns 3 and 4. Going to have the 78 there. He'd be wise just to kind of back out and let him have it, but he's going to try to put a statement on him and keep him a lap down. And he's going to be able to do it. Clark Jennings with the checkered flag. He's going to bring it home, his 2nd of the season. Won the opener at Homestead. Didn't have the race at Pocono or last week, but here he bounces back at Kansas Speedway to bring it home, and we are going to watch these burnouts. What a drive for him, Todd Craig Lerman, and Darren Clement, Mac Mcmeakin, your top 5. So let's get Clark up into the booth here as he does his burnouts. Clark Jennings leads all the laps almost besides the green flag pit cycle. Burns it down at the start-finish line. Man, you dominated again tonight. Tell us what it took to keep those guys behind you.
I don't know, man. I just love this track so much. I've always been good here, and I think Dirty Air really played a role after about 15 laps, so I knew if I could just hold my track position, I'd be fine, and it ended up working out. First, I got help from lap trucks, and then lap trucks decided to race the heck out of me. I'm not sure what they were thinking. I don't know why, but is what it is. I held on. It's all that matters.
Yeah, man. I was gonna ask you about that. There was a few of them. It wasn't just one, so I'm not gonna name particular names.
Yeah,
but,
I won't either.
It was a few trucks out there that were a lap down, and kind of giving you and the 21 a little bit of grief there with 15 or less to go. Is that fair game? He's trying to get back on the lead lap if a caution comes out, or how'd you see that?
I mean, if you want to fight for your lap back, I understand, but when there's 15, 10 to go and the leaders are bumper to bumper, and we run you down from 6 seconds back in 8 laps, just get out of the way. You're slow, man. And if you got fresher tires and you get biased, then go. Don't hold us up and keep battling us. Don't pinch the leaders. I mean, you have a right to race, but don't race us like we're racing for position. Either take it and go, or let us go and let that be it. I don't understand why the pinching. I got a block thrown on me on a straightaway and then into the corner. I don't know what that's for. Well, you ain't racing me for position, but whatever. Racecraft is an issue here, and it's an issue on iRacing, and not everybody's perfect. Not everybody thinks the same, so to each their own, I guess.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations on the win, man. You dominated again. You extend your points lead going into Martinsville, I believe, next race. So
Oof.
you're going to keep up this dominance, buddy. I know it. Who you got out there that you want to thank for all your racecraft and designs and everything?
Yeah, dominance at Martinsville ain't happening. But I want to thank all my boys at ECM. I guess now ECE rebrand. Infinite Hero, Precision Plus, PPM, Ayers iRacing Paints, Mentality. Um, all the guys that help me race and help me learn and get better every week. I want to thank all my teammates, especially in this league, and Todd, Darren, and Dave, because they make it a blast, man. We have fun. Appreciate you guys broadcasting. Appreciate Coro, Dave, Ed, all these admins. And yeah, looking forward to watching this one.
Absolutely, buddy. Well, congratulations. Go get yourself a celebratory drink.
You already know.
All right, Clark Denikin, that is your race winner. Let's get his teammate Todd Cray up here, and we got Todd up in the booth. Man, you were on his bumper there with 15 to go. Had some lap trucks decide to battle for their lap back, and for the 70 for one of them, and then the other guys just following behind and still trying to hang on your quarter panel through the corners and stuff. Do you think you could have got around Clark had they not been a factor in this one?
Yeah, I think with like 15 to go there, I had a lap fresher tires, and I knew I had to get to him and get by him quick because he just had the long run truck tonight, and I think it kind of played out good for us. We were able to run him down. But yeah, I believe it was the 78 coming up there, and Clark just cleared him, and he just basically. He's racing for position and everything, but sometimes when guys are running 1 and 2 with 15 to go, good race etiquette is to kind of let him race it out. But that's not the rules of the game, and he was racing his race. But yeah, we were going to put it on Clark there. I was going to make my move quick, and then he was going to have to fight to try to get it back. So it was going to be an awesome ending. But good job to him. He's a teammate of mine, and we worked together, and so glad to see him get the win. But yeah, we were hungry for another one tonight, and sometimes you just got to chalk it up for experience.
Absolutely, man. Well, he's got 2 wins. You've got 1 win. You guys are neck and neck in the points. A 10-point lead coming into this race. He's going to extend that just a little bit. You're going to start getting the better of him at some of these racetracks here. How are you looking at Martinsville?
Yeah, Martin, the shorter the track, the better we are. And it all comes down to getting some seat time in before the races here, which I haven't been able to do lately. So if we were to start this race over again, I'd feel a lot better. I'm sure most of the guys would too. But yeah, I just gotta get seat time. The trucks, all these cars and trucks and everything's is driving so differently, and just getting getting used to the braking and. Like tonight, Clark was just great through 3 and 4, and that's really where he's killing me in 3 and 4. So yeah, I just need more practice and early, but yeah, Martinsville's a favorite, so definitely looking forward to getting there.
Absolutely, Todd. Well, we appreciate you joining us. Good, congratulations on the podium finish there. Got anybody out there you want to thank?
eMRN, Infinite Hero, Pets in Paradise, everybody for putting the league on. Oh, eMRN. All right, there you go.
That's all right. I was going to forgive you.
All right, that was my first time, so
That's
thanks
okay.
thanks for putting the show on. It's cool to go back and watch. And East Coast Motorsports, Darren, there's Dave, and Clark, and good guys to run with. Make it fun to come out here and race. So hats off to that. Cousin Jess, another second. Sorry about that. She's not going to be happy with me again tonight, but got to get it together. But we'll take it. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, man. Well, we'll see you next week at Martinsville. I do have one additional question. Let me ask you this: big changes made over the week after last week's race to get rid of 2 faster pairs. Made a difference tonight. It seemed like. Did you feel like there was a little more give and take out there? I mean, you started 6th and had to kind of work your way through some of the traffic. Give us your thoughts on that.
Yeah, tonight we had one, and yeah, I had to use one early myself, so I was a little concerned. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of give and take, a lot of good racing. So whatever the rules are, I'm game. But I mean, everybody, sure you're gonna like 2 better than 1. But the more I run with the guys here, and more you get the feel for everybody. as the season progresses. I think we'll all shake out and be good with one.
Absolutely, Todd. Well, appreciate your perspective on that, and we'll see you next week at Martinsville.
All right, guys. Thank you.
All right, and there was Todd Cray who came in second place, and now we're going to get our third place driver, Craig Lerman, up in the booth. Craig, man, you got the Hard Charger Award. You got the Co-Hard Charger Award tonight. Started 22nd, ended up P3. You had quite the drive tonight, man. What it looked like out the windshield?
Man, that was a tough drive tonight. That was, coming from the back there. But it was fun. It was fun. It's just nothing for the front two, obviously. They're just too good for us.
Yeah, well, I think if you had another caution, you probably could get up there. Did you ever restart with them in sight on the second row, or were you always a little too out of reach to give them a short run?
I just don't think I had much for them. I was watching the clock tick away, and they just kept getting away from me the whole time. So they're definitely faster.
Absolutely, man. Well, you drove through the field tonight. I want to get your perspective on this as well. A lot of changes made over the week. Have an in-race admin who's also driving in the race. But then you also have one less fast repair. You had to drive through a lot of traffic tonight. Did you feel that made a difference with the give and take as you made your way up to the front?
It was definitely cleaner tonight. I mean, this track's a little bit, it's better for racing. You got two lanes, so you can be top or bottom. I feel like the field was a little smaller. So, yeah, it was fun. It was definitely a fun race coming from the back there. Hopefully no EOLs next race. But, yeah, interesting.
Absolutely, man. Well, congratulations on the podium finish. You got anybody out there you want to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, I owe it to my teammate, Matt. He led me along tonight really well, and I got to jump on him on that last pit stop. And thanks for what you guys do in the league. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, buddy. Well, we appreciate you being a part of it, and we'll see you next week at Martinsville.
I'll be in Aruba. You guys have a good race in Martinsville.
All right, buddy. You have a good time there.
Roger that.
See. So that's going to do it for us here at Kansas. And a clean race, 100 laps. We only had one caution for incident, one for the stage. Clark leads all the laps again. Todd Cray comes in second. Craig Lerman in third. Got to give a shout out to Matt Mcmeakin after starting 25th. Brings it home P5. And Darren Clement in P4. Give those guys a shout out for the top 5. You've watched the ASMR Hauck Designs Truck Series on the Electronic Motor Racing Network. We'll see you at Martinsville.